Hey everybody, Santa Claus here, still in Batangas for a short time longer. Anyway, what's going on today? Just chilling out in the hammock here, and I don't know, not much going on. I tried to get the grass cut, but my battery died too quick. Because there's no gauge on it that lets you know how much power's left in it. And yesterday when I cut this side really short, like I showed you on the last video, it took a lot of battery to put it on setting number 1. So I didn't know how much was left, and it wasn't much. So that job got cut short. I'll save it for tomorrow. Other than that, Grace and Catherine are out in their afternoon play period. Whatever they're doing. I can hear Catherine somewhere. She's got a pretty distinctive voice. And then they gotta come home and feed the puppies and let them out. Anyway, I see a lot of people doing videos on, when you come to the Philippines and all that. And I've done videos in the past too about, what you should look out for when you come here. I don't really like doing them right now because obviously nobody can come here. Even the Philippine citizens, it's a pain in the neck because they have to go on quarantine. And but I did hear there's like 10 different countries they're allowing to come here now. Of course, you got to go through the quarantine stuff in the quarantine hotel and have the proper paperwork and all the shots and all that stuff. But if they do ever open up this country, when they do, you're just gonna have to follow the rules of the country. Now, of course, this is a big place, man. Over 700 islands. And I don't know how many provinces. I really haven't looked into how many. But there's a lot. So really, you got to look into where you might want to live. Now, you might not have a big choice if you're coming here for your the girl you met online or something like that. She might already have a home. So you might just be living with her for a while, depending on how much money you have. So look into that. Go online and find out where she lives and try to find some information about it. Google is real good, or other videos, other vloggers that might live in that area where she lives. But do your research on everything. That's all I can say. Everything. Because if you don't like where she's living or where her family lives, because it is true, when you marry the girl, you marry their whole family. The whole family sometimes comes along, whether you like it or not. It depends. It depends how much money they have and what their beliefs are. And don't just marry the first girl you meet either, people. Be smart. Figure it out. Come here. Get your feet wet. And then if you have to go back to the States or Canada or wherever you're from, Germany, Australia, go back and research everything. Because you might not like where she lives. You might want to have your own place. So, look at everything, man. Look at everything. I mean, I came here 3 or 4 different times before I actually settled. And I already had a house because I had known my wife for 20 years. And the first time I came here, And we bought this house, this place here in Batangas. So that way when I came here permanently, I had a place right away. And I knew, it was a good place. I still didn't research everything enough, but I did my best. Especially with banking and stuff, you gotta be aware of that kind of stuff, because banking's not easy. Now I did my research again before I moved all my money and all that. I didn't move everything, but I did research that Citibank is the only American bank that operates here. And there's only one Citibank here. It's in Makati, Manila, Makati. And they have a lot of different rules before you can even open up an account. You have to prove that you have enough money to open up an account there. And you have to keep a balance. You have to keep a balance of 1 million pesos, which is $20,000. If you can keep a balance of that, you have no problems, because they give you an ATM card. And then you can do global transfers for free from one Citibank in the U.S. to your Citibank account here. It's real simple. I never have any problems transferring money. I get it within a couple days, and I just keep using my Citi account. And then, of course, once I moved here, I set up a BDO account. So that was no problem either. You just have to prove that you have your visa, and you have to prove a residency, which we had. Of course, it's in my wife's name, because as I've told you before, if you're a foreigner, you can't own property unless it's a condo or like a 20-year lease or 50-year lease or 100-year lease, something like that. But it's just stuff you have to be aware of, and because it's a foreign country and they have their own rules. But do as much research as possible on where you want to live, how you're going to get your money. Those are probably the two most important things. And then how much money you're going to need to survive. And you'll hear all different things, all different vloggers with all different amounts. And the more you have, the better. I have a decent sized buffer in my Citibank account in the U.S. I don't have Social Security yet, but I'm looking forward to that real soon here. Be 62 on my birthday. So we'll see. We'll see if I get qualified. Approved. And you just have to make sure you have all that stuff in order before you get here. Like I said, come here first. Don't just hop on a plane and move here without ever coming here. Get your feet wet first. Find out a little bit about the place. But you can't do that yet, people. Don't even plan on doing that yet, because this country's not open to most countries. Definitely not the U.S., not England, not Canada, not Australia. It's not open. Wait for all these lockdowns and stuff. Oh, here they come now. Wait for all these lockdowns and stuff to be over with before you actually make that decision. You're going to have to excuse me. I'm going to get interrupted. I thought they were gone for a while here. So just hold on. Once it's open, the country's open, come here. Check it out. See if you like it. Then you can make that decision. Hi. Wait, I'm doing a video. Wait. And then once you come here, then you can really get a better idea of how things work here. But right now, I would not recommend it. Just stay home, stay where you're at, and save money, save more money. But work out all those details before you get here to make life more less complicated, put it that way. Then when you are ready to buy a house, make sure you research it, because I have friends and fellow bloggers that didn't do the research well enough, and they moved into a brand new house, and then they have problems. Water pressure and water problems are big here. Brownouts are big here. Bunch of problems like that. It depends what area you live in. Some areas you're not going to have many brownouts at all. You're not going to have water problems at all. Other areas, it's going to happen all the time. So you think about that later when you get, like I said, when you get your feet wet. You figure that out. You ask the neighbors. You ask the people around where you're thinking about buying, thinking about living. Just talk to the people. That's the good thing about the Philippines. A lot of people speak English here. Most people understand you. That's the really, really positive thing about it, because in other countries you don't have that, and communication's tough. You know, think about your diet and your medications and all that kind of stuff too. How are you going to get your medications? Are you going to be able to get them easy? Are you on a special diet? Excuse me. Things like a lot of people eat street food. I don't eat street food at all. Hi. Say hi.
Hi.
Go help Mommy feed the dogs, okay? Because Daddy's doing a video.
Okay.
I never eat street food. I might get some fruit, of course. We go to fruit stands and things of that nature. We always wash them and make sure they're clean before we eat them. But as far as pre-cooked food, my wife will eat it. My daughter will eat some, but 95% of the time, maybe even more than 95%, we cook home. We eat all our meals here. We don't even go to restaurants. Once in a blue moon, we'll go to a restaurant. So, all that stuff you have to take into consideration. But really, don't even think about coming here yet. You're not going to be able to anyway. You're going to have to wait. You're going to have to wait it out, because this country's still basically on a lockdown situation. Depending on where you live, it's worse in some areas. Some areas it's not as bad. But if you travel between provinces and you travel between areas, you got to show paperwork. You got to show that you got your vaccine and you got your swab test and all this other stuff. So just beware of that kind of stuff. And the only thing I could say, I keep saying it, do your research on anything. Any move you're going to make, it's best to have the knowledge before you make the move. I tried to do as much research as possible before I actually sold everything I had to come here. Okay, that's all I got to say. Hope you like these videos. Hope this was helpful. If you have any other questions or comments, please leave it in the comments section. And give me a thumbs up. Make sure you like and subscribe. Keep watching. I'll see what I have next for you. God bless everyone.
Hello.
Santa Claus now living in the Philippines. Over and out. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Okay.
Come on.